I just had something pop up, guys. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. You're gonna have to excuse me for a moment. Uh, so a lot of times I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys because I always am. Well, first of all, before we get started, if we have any interruptions, please just wait. Give it a minute. I'll get back on just in case there's any kind of interruptions at all. So, but I always want to be honest with you guys about that in the first place. Okay, so just so you guys know. But before we get started here, um, you just missed a fat man running around like a chicken with his head cut off because I normally try to take a nap. It sounds terrible. I'm old, so I like my naps. I mean, you're a little kid, you hate naps. You get older, you love naps. So I had set my alarm clock for 7 o'clock. I said, I'm taking a nice little nap here, get ready for my show, be ready to go, right? Well, uh, I look over and I go, geez, I wonder what time it is I wake up. I wonder what time it is. 7:45. So I had to run out real quick, get the chicken squared away, get the power turned on because I kill everything when I go to sleep. Running around here trying to get set up, and I literally, just getting things organized. So I apologize for my brain fart this evening, but I'm rested. I feel pretty good actually. So, oh my god, you should have seen me. I was like, boom, boom. Oh yeah, fat guys can move pretty fast when we have to. So anyway, oh, I tell you what, very crazy. But so, all right. So before we get started here, I just want to remind everybody, this is a very family-friendly oriented channel. So please be kind to each other. No nastiness, no racism. Be kind in the comments to each other as well. I don't like to see any of that kind of stuff. If you do not, okay, uh, my moderators, who are absolutely awesome, will boot you out of here. So please just be decent. Just don't do it. Don't waste it. Don't waste our time. Because like I said, my moderators are going to get in here and they're going to jump on it. So, all right, just putting that out there ahead of time. If you have questions, please put them all in cap locks. It stands out for me more. Because you'll see me leaning in because I'm checking things out as I go, here and there. So that's what I would ask you guys to do. All right, so wow, let's ready to rock and roll, folks. Hope everybody's doing well. I really do. I hope your weeks went well. I can't believe it's Friday already. The time is flying by. So before we get into stuff, I wanted to remind everybody. I haven't. I don't know if all of you watched my earlier video because I put it in the end of the video. Mom has decided she is going to move up here on the homestead after all, and so we are in the process. First part of this month, we're going to be looking for a camper for her to get it here, get it down on site, so that she can stay here. And she said, I want to be there. And I said, that's fine. I always told her I would do. When I was a child, I always told my mother, I will always take care of you. I will not put you in a nursing home. Being a nurse, it really solidified that I would not want one of my loved ones in a nursing home. It really, really did because, it doesn't matter how caring the staff is, how much that they really, try to help people. Management will never give them the proper amount of staff. There's staffing minimums that are okay according to state guidelines, which are ludicrous, okay? If the people that set those guidelines had to go and abide by those guidelines would go up in a hurry. I can tell you that. But anyway, there's just not enough people in there to take care of people. So I would never want my mom in a nursing home. Mom will be 77, I believe, this year. Either she's going to be 77 or 78 this year, one of the two. And I can't remember which, and I feel really bad saying. I think she's going to be 78. You know what? And I'm going to say 78 because I think she was 23 when she had me. So, all right. So let us get into the topic. I apologize. Literally, I have been awake now for a grand total of 15 minutes. So, yeah. All right. Very, very interesting stuff going on, guys. We have some interesting things going on. So I'm going to go by, I don't know if the official numbers were updated or not today, but this is what they have on here. Let me just compare it to yesterday's. Hold on. Or the other days. Yeah. The official numbers, and I love how they're doing this, okay? These are the official numbers according to, if you go and look, the official numbers are 77,270 new cases of the coronavirus, okay? 2,252 dead. Let's see if how much that has changed from the other day. That hasn't gone up very much at all. And they're saying 18,898 people were healed, okay? Or they're recovered, I should say. So in the meantime, China is locking down, realistically, trying to lock down. And I want you to try to think of the logistics of this, because it has got to be a nightmare for them over there dealing with this. They're trying to lock down basically 500 million people and keep them under control. Good luck with that. I mean, I don't know how they locked down 50 million people, to be honest with you, let alone 500 million. So, 500 million people. I mean, it's a huge country, and I get it. Things are spreading in China like wildfire. That is a fact. That is not no opinion or anything like that. Things continue to get worse. The official numbers that are coming out of China, grossly underreported. That is also a fact. We know that for a fact, okay? So let's go with, and I want you to really listen to this, guys. So before I do that, I see we're already 1,000 people in the chat. We're at 300 thumbs up. So if you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, I would ask you to please shoot a thumbs up. Also, if you are not, if you are not a subscriber to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell icon so you get all updates as well. And thank you for both. If you do both of those, I do appreciate that. Okay. This came from the CDC today. Now, I'm going to tell you what. I had a conversation last night and then also today. And I'm going to give credit where credit's due, because that's the kind of person that I am. Mike, my IT guy, okay, he said to me, if anything is going to come out negatively, they're going to have it come out on a Friday. He said, because it's going into the weekend and people won't pay as much attention to it. And I said, well, that's pretty interesting. So today, lo and behold, this is what the CDC came out with today. Okay, and I want you to listen to this, guys, okay? So first of all, the cases in the U.S. has now been jumped up to 35 cases of coronavirus in the U.S. This is coming directly from the CDC. Very possible, even likely, okay, that there's going to be a pandemic, all right? They said their current goal is not to prevent, but to slow its spread, let's see, and buy more time, all right? So let's read into that statement. They're saying I know, I'm going to say that part again, very possible, even likely. I love that wording because it's so vague that it's really open to interpretation, but highly likely and very possible that we are going to have a pandemic here in the United States. This is from the CDC, okay? And their goal at this point is not to prevent, but to slow down the spread and buy more time. So let's look at facts on the coronavirus. There is no cure, okay? And if this is as deadly in China as a lot of us believe that it is, okay, not these fabricated numbers that keep coming out. If it is as deadly here in the United States as it is, if it gets to that point here in the United States, you're not going to repress people here in the United States like they do in China. If we start having really, and I say that a lot and I apologize, and I don't know why I always say that really, if we have a lot of people starting to die and, people, it's going to be pandemonium, bedlam. I think those are probably underachieving words to say in this kind of a scenario. But now you have the CDC coming out and basically saying, yeah, we're going to have a pandemic and we're trying to slow the spread down. That's kind of frightening, guys. I want you to think about that, okay? From the very beginning of talking about this, if you go back and watch my earlier live streams on this and stuff like that, I basically said, in my opinion, from the very beginning, that this was out of that lab in Wuhan, China. Okay, so it's like, and back then I was telling you that was my opinion. Now the Chinese government is admitting that most likely, and I always like the terminology. The terminology is vague enough where they have plausible deniability. I love that. It's a fantastic thing. But more than likely that it was something that escaped from that lab is what is going on. Okay, the people that are dying in China, they're dying. A lot of people are dying. I talked earlier today. I talked about a little bit in my last live stream about the friend of my daughter's who is Chinese. Her sister has a boyfriend in China, and the sister had gone over to China to see this boyfriend. So they're talking still all the time. He has lost relatives to the coronavirus already. Hey, Percy, David and Sally Abel are infected. Very sad. I don't know who that is. But thank you for that information. I believe 100% bioweapon. Hold on a second. Make sure we get that other comment here. Pamela X just said 100% believe it's a bioweapon that was stupidly sent to China from the U.S. to study, but why? Pamela, I don't think it was sent to the China to study. From the indicators are there was a couple from that was up in Canada, and they stole it from a lab in Canada and took it to China. So that is where they're basing where they came from, and then Chinese were trying to weaponize it. And for what purpose? David and Sally, internet sensation couple on The Diamond Princess. Oh, they were doing constant vlogs. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me that everybody on that ship, it doesn't end up positive. That's actually what will surprise me, if everybody that was on that ship doesn't end up positive on that. Well, I'm sorry to hear that it's only killed Asians. It's been weaponized for population control in China. Prepper 101 said, you know what, I can't confirm or deny that, so I'm not going to, I appreciate the comment and I appreciate the information, but I can't say that it's specifically targeting Asians. I don't know the answer to that, to be honest with you. I don't know at all, so I can't get on here and say, yep, this is what it is and this is why. So I won't do that if I don't have the solid information. So we'll have to look and see. Time is going to tell with that one, to be honest with you. Hey, Carl Miller, they aren't counting the ones that are starving. Well, think about, again, let's think about what we were talking about the other day. When you have the hospitals on a regular basis that are filled up with people with regular stuff going on, okay? Heart attacks, strokes, falls, injuries, cutting themselves up, those type of things. Hey, RV Prepper, did you hear the thousands of Americans are under voluntary quarantine in 10 cities? Hold on a second. Finish the rest of that. 10 cities in Italy are under lockdown. I did not hear about the ones in Italy, but I know that there's a lot of people in the U.S. That are under voluntary quarantine. And let's see how that works out for them. I'm going to tell you what, it's spreading already here in the U.S., guys. It is. And I've been saying that. For days and days and days. Probably better than a week. I said the numbers that they're giving us are not true. What they've been trying to do. What is the thing on here? What did they say on here? The CDC, buy more time. How do you buy more time? You keep those blinders on the people so they can't really see what's going on. You tell them what you want them to hear. That's how you buy more